Good evening, friends. Dr. Gagandeep Kaur this side from Weaving Dreams. Friends, have you ever realized that in spite of having a great resume, education, skills, accomplishments, still, many a times, poor communication skills make you fail the interview? It's important that we are able to speak about ourselves, to briefly introduce ourselves during any formal or informal meeting. At the same time, it is equally important to remember to share the complete information about yourselves. Hello friends, Dr. Gagandeep Kaur this side from Weaving Dreams. So overall, I just said, what did we realize? That in spite of having a great resume, in spite of being so qualified, educated, but many a times we are not able to perform well in the interviews. What is the reason for that? Probably we are not able to share with the other person what we wish to share. Probably we are not able to communicate to the other person what we wish to communicate about ourselves. Many a times we forget to say some things about ourselves which are very important. So this is what I said. So today with you all, I have come up with a video wherein I would be sharing with you all the first point of introduction. That means whenever you are going for an interview, whenever you are meeting a person, how to introduce yourself. Yes, it seems to be very easy, but it is not so easy. How to introduce yourself, which is most important. We must learn on how to speak about our accomplishments. Many a time, so many people are so humble, they are so modest. They normally don't like to speak about themselves, about their achievements, about their accomplishments. But at the same time, we need to know about them. Then, what should we do? Another thing, we also must know about the proper use of adjectives to explain ourselves. Many a times in the interview, questions are asked. Tell about yourself, who you are, what are your characteristics, what are your traits, what are your features, then what do we say about ourselves? Certain adjectives that we normally use are I am passionate, I am honest, I am sincere, I am hardworking, and so on. But where to use which word, where to use which adjective, we should be knowing about that. So today I would be talking to you about how to introduce yourself. Now, many a times people ask us, tell me about yourself. How to speak about your accomplishments still being humble? How to be passionate about speaking? How to modulate your voice while speaking? How to interact with the other person? This is what I'll be talking to you about in this particular video. I'm really sure that you would be learning so much from this video. And if you are liking the video, please watch the video till the end so that you get to know about all the points that I would be discussing today. Don't forget to subscribe the channel as well, because we keep on coming with different videos, different topics, different lectures. Now, the first thing that we always have to remember is greetings. Whenever someone asks us to introduce ourselves, whenever we are meeting someone, for example, we are going for an interview or we are going for a meeting, the first thing always is greetings. Yes, greetings. Now, how to introduce yourself for the formal occasions? Greetings. How do we greet? Normally, being in India, we say Namaskar or Sat Sri Akal. Apart from that, when you are greeting someone on some formal occasion, what do we normally say? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and finally, thank you. These are the most important things that we should always remember the moment we meet someone. For example, if someone is asking us to introduce yourself, before we start answering, we have to greet the other person by making use of these points. The incorrect thing that certain people do, what do? especially in the formal occasions. They normally say hi, hello, hey, howdy, what's up. These are totally wrong words to be used while introducing yourself on certain formal occasions. So, therefore, I have put a big cross on these words. You should never use these words on the formal occasions. Hi, hello, no. You do not have to use these words. Rather, how do you have to greet the person? You have to say to the other person, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you. So, you have to see the time, you have to see the occasion. Accordingly, you have to greet the other person. Second thing that we always need to remember while introducing ourselves is the correct form of telling your name is I am, and you tell your name. For example, your name is Ram, your name is Mohan. How will you say? Good morning, I am Ram. Or you can also say, my name is Ram, myself Ram. Got it? So the correct words to use to introduce yourself while speaking your name is these words I am, my name is, myself. Many a times I have seen people who simply say this is and they spell their name. That is totally incorrect. What do you mean by this is? You are not this, you are a person. Therefore, you should not say this is. No, I am not this. I am me. I am myself. So likewise, you are he, she. So we cannot say this is. What do we have to say? I am, and you tell your name. My name is, and you tell your name. Myself, and you tell your name. We do not have to use the word this is. Third, whenever people ask us, from where have you come? So the 4 sentences that we can use are, I belong to, and then you can mention the place. I am from, you can mention the place. I belong to dash itself. Many a times, for example, you are going for an interview in Delhi or you are going for an interview in Chandigarh. So what will you say? I belong to Chandigarh itself. That means you are appearing for the interview in Chandigarh and you belong to Chandigarh also. Therefore, what will you say? I belong to Chandigarh itself. Or I am from Chandigarh itself. So these are the 4 correct statements that you have to use while telling about which place you belong to. I belong to Chandigarh. I belong to Delhi. I am from Chandigarh. I belong to Chandigarh itself only if you are appearing for the interview in Chandigarh only. I am from Chandigarh itself. Now, incorrect statements that many people use are I came from Chandigarh or I came from Delhi. That is wrong. I have come from Delhi. That is wrong. I am coming from Delhi. That's again wrong. Because they are not asking from where you have come. They are asking you which place you belong to. That means I belong to Delhi. I am from Delhi. These are the 3 things that we have to remember while introducing ourselves. Next, when you have to tell about your family, how do you have to say? What do you have to say? You would be speaking these statements. In my family, apart from my parents, then you will be saying, I have a younger brother or I have an elder brother and a younger sister, or I have an elder sister and a younger brother, or in my family, apart from my parents and grandparents, I have a younger brother, etc. Got it? So how do you have to start the statement? It's very important to know. These things that I am telling you, these are very important for the students. They may be studying in a school, they may be studying in the college, because normally they make mistakes while introducing themselves. In my family, apart from my parents, I have a younger brother or a sister or whatever, whoever people are there in your family, you have to mention. In my family, apart from my parents, and then you mention who all are there in your family. Got it? The incorrect method of speaking is I am having parents and brothers and sisters younger or elder than me. This is a totally wrong statement. I am having parents and brothers and sisters. This is totally wrong statement. What do we have to say? In my family, apart from my parents, I have a younger brother or an elder brother or whatever. This is the correct statement. The wrong statement is I am having parents and brothers and sisters. This is totally incorrect statement. Now moving on to the fifth point. Qualification. Whenever you are introducing yourself, you always have to tell about your qualifications. So how do you have to speak? The correct statements that you can use are I have done BCom honors from this college in the year this. This is the totally correct way of speaking, which people many a times make mistakes. Or you can also say I have done 6 months course or diploma. Then you have to mention the name of the course. Like nowadays the various courses are robotics or the computers, whatever course that you have done from. Then you mention the name of the college in the year dash. I have done a dash months course or diploma in the name of the course from the name of the college in the year. You have to mention the year. So these are the correct statements to tell your qualification. I have done BCom honors, or I have done MD, or I have done MBBS from which college in which year. You can also say I have done BTech in computer engineering from dash, that means name of the college, in the year dash. You can also say I have done MBA with dual specialization in marketing from dash university in the year dash. I have done masters in economics from dash university in the year dash. You can also say I have done masters in economics dash dash and cleared UGC NET examination as well. That means there are many people who have cleared their NET examination after doing their masters. Obviously it's done after masters, so this is the way that you have to mention. And then you would be saying presently I am pursuing PhD from the same university. I have done masters in economics from dash university in the year dash and cleared UGC NET examination as well. Presently I am pursuing PhD from the same university. So this is the way that you have to mention. This is the statement that you have to say. Incorrect statement. I have been doing BTech in computer engineering from dash in the year dash and presently pursuing masters. It's totally incorrect. I have been doing is totally incorrect. We have to say I have done, because whenever now you are appearing for an interview, you would be saying I have done or I am doing. You would not say I have been doing. That is totally incorrect. Either you have done this or you are doing this. Next, many a times many students also have done internships. So what is the correct manner in that you have to tell about your internships? You have to say I have done an internship in dash company. My job was digital marketing. So you have to speak two statements. You have to tell about what you have done. If you just speak one statement, you do not tell what you have done, it does not make any sense. You have to tell what you exactly have done so that you can get the job. How will the other person get to know that you have done these things during internship? So you would be saying, I have done an internship in dash private limited company. My job was digital marketing. Now, if they ask you further, what have you done during internship? You would be saying, I learned how we can use different social media platforms, etc. This is what you have to tell in detail. You have to tell in detail because you have to tell the other person that you have done these things so that you would be given the job. Still more in detail, I learned how YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta can be used to grow a business. So whenever you are introducing yourself about the internship, these things have to be mentioned. They won't take more than half a minute, but you will be able to communicate to the other person what all you have done during the internships. This is what you have to say. I have done an internship in dash company. Again, if you are doing internship, still you are presently doing internship, you would be saying, I am currently doing an internship with dash newspaper. I did my internship in the field of content writing, designing, social media marketing. I learned a lot of things as how to make posters. Finally, the most important statement you always have to say, I also gained experience to write more formal emails. That means the most important statement is I also gained experience. This is the way we have to tell the other person. This is the way we have to communicate to the other person what all we have done during the internships. If you are asked in detail. Then, 7th point. Whenever you are asked about experience in the company, what you have to say. Many a times you are just a fresher. You have just done graduation. You would be saying, I am a fresher. Or, I have 3 years experience in whatever field. I have 2 years experience working with or in dash school or college as a lecturer. I have 5 years experience working with or in dash company. That means you always have to mention I have. Present perfect tense. I have these many years experience. Working with which company? Working at what post? As a lecturer, as a graphic designer, as a manager, as an executive. You can also say, I have worked as a typist in the NGO named Dash for a year. I have worked as marketing executive. I worked for Dash Bank. That means you can also use the word have worked, or you can simply say I worked for. These both statements are totally correct. Then, finally, during an interview, it's quite possible that you have to tell about your hobbies as well. So, how you have to tell about your hobbies? My hobby is reading adventurous books. My hobby is listening to music. My hobby is playing cricket. My hobbies are listening to music, etc. This is the way we have to communicate the other person about our hobbies. My hobby was, we never have to write. My hobby is, because it's still there, it's still present. My hobby is. I love to read books. I love to play football. I love to play football and read books. Whenever I have free time, I enjoy playing. This is a very nice statement. Whenever I have free time, that means you will tell to the employer that I only play when I am free, otherwise I will not play during the office hours. So friends, I am really sure that you liked the video. You liked what all I told you today about the various things, how to introduce yourself to the other person, especially in the formal occasions. And if you like the video, do not forget to like and subscribe the video to get all the updates. This is most important because we keep on organizing lectures, webinars and sharing more and more things here. Therefore, now whenever you want to come and learn something, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you get to know about our latest lectures. Finally, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button as well. Bye bye for now. Thank you.